She's a poetic lady with a musician that stands quietly in her background. She used the stroke of her pen to lay her golden rules down. And the musician, with great intuition, used this instrument to create musical sounds in her life. She conjured up beautifully written words, used adjectives and verbs, and he made music for this poetic lady that she had never heard. Like cattle, she could have a herd of men, because this poetic lady knew just how to use her pen. She would stroke their egos, and with the stroke of her pen, she could easily pen them in. But instead, she chased a musician that wooed her and soothed her with the smoothness of his guitar strings. Now he played cello because he knew exactly what made the poetic lady mellow, and harp because he knew how to pull at the strings of her heart. But she begged him, "Musical man, would you, could you use your chords to stroke me, strum me, brush me with your musical fingers? And I'm no songstress or singer, but I'll create poetic words to your song if you put music to my poetry, to my poem. Now just one small request. And now fella, here's where I want your very best. Would you, could you, please make love to me with your guitar? Put me to sleep or just give me rest. As he made love to her, now the natural mind could not come up with the poetry rhymes this poetic lady used to describe the musician in her background. And there was no surround sound that could possibly capture the sounds the poetic lady made when her musician laid her down with his guitar. Now he was no maestro, Miles or Satchmo, but the music man sure knew how to blow, and he blew her mind. He knew just how to use his fingers, his hands, to stroke the poetic lady's ego. Now she's no songstress, but she knew when to use nouns and pronouns, the function of conjunctions. She used words to express. But the musician, with his music, caressed her in places beneath her dress she had long suppressed. She knew enunciation and pronunciation, but the musician gave her a totally different appreciation for his musical creation. Now please, just one more time. And I don't mean to whine. I'll give you some poetry rhymes, line by line, if you lay me down with your guitar and make love to me. Make love to me, just make love to me, just one love time, just one love time, just one love time. It was not news around town about the sounds the musician was laying down, but there is no comparison of the sounds the poetic lady created when the musician laid her down. He had her belting out sultry sounds of Sarah Vaughan, skidding and scatting like Miss Ella. Now this fella, I tell you, stood his ground as the musician in the poetic lady's background.